So coming off one of the greatest rookie performances in NFL history at the quarterback position, what does Houston Texans second-year QB CJ Stroud have in store in the 2024 fantasy football season? This is the Fantasy Sports Boss with another 2024 player analyzer video. Again, it's very early. We haven't, the Super Bowl hasn't even been played yet as of the time of this video. Still a couple of days away from the Super Bowl, but 2024 preparations already beginning. We're going to have free agency preview videos. One's going to be going up tomorrow talking about the running back position, so make sure you look for that. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button. And also, I'm looking to do a live stream maybe later on this week so we can talk about the Super Bowl, so make sure you have that notification bell hit. Now, as far as CJ Stroud is concerned, listen, it would be putting it extremely lightly to say that what Stroud engineered in 2023 was one of the greatest rookie performances I have ever seen when it comes to not only fantasy football, but real life football. And, really right from the jump, Stroud was a seamless fit in Houston. And just some history on this, he was drafted number 2 overall behind Bryce Young. Bryce Young was the consensus number 1 guy. It was very few pundits. You can say some guys now, but, I had him number 1. No, majority had, I would say 90% of the pundits had Bryce Young number 1. But Stroud obviously goes number 2, and there were questions about him coming into the draft process. One, that Ohio State quarterbacks did not fare well in the NFL, and 2 is that he performed very poorly on an intelligence test that really made the rounds, which I thought was really unfair. The Wonderlic test not used anymore, but they have this new test that they give quarterbacks, and he graded very poorly on that. So that scared away a lot of teams. But the Texans, undeterred, used that second pick overall on Stroud. And needless to say, they struck gold. All right. So just like I said, right out of the gate here, I'm just looking at some of the numbers. 24 plus fantasy points in 3 of his first 4 games. All right. So again, a rookie quarterback, at least 24 fantasy points in 3 of the first 4 games. And then in week 9, 51.5 TD explosion against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's just ridiculous how impressive CJ Stroud was as a rookie. And, again, that Tampa Bay game really just opened up the eyes of everybody who had maybe some reservations about Stroud. I'm not buying it yet. Let's see what happens. Let's see if the competition gets a little bit more fierce, blah, 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 all that other stuff. I think that performance validated that, let's face it, the kid was really good. Now, on the flip side of that, Bryce Young performed horribly. I mean, he was so bad as a rookie quarterback throughout the course of the season for Carolina that, heads rolled, all right? David Tepper obviously very upset, as I would be. And again, I can't even imagine, I referenced this many times during the course of the season, I can't even imagine being in that Carolina front office, seeing what CJ Stroud was doing every week. I mean, it was just unbelievable, the stark difference between the two. And coming into the season, nobody thought that Stroud had the better weapons than Bryce Young. But it turns out 2 of the most explosive young receivers in football reside in Houston. Not only Nico Collins, who did show flashes last season for the Texans, but was held back by poor quarterback play, but Tank Dell was a sudden star, game-breaking star, who was lighting it up before he went out, unfortunately, with a season-ending torn ACL, which was unfortunate. Now, Stroud had his own injury issues as well. Week 14 against the Jets, suffers that concussion. It was a pretty serious concussion, cost him 2 more games. And then he came back for the Fantasy Football Championship week, but only put up 14.9 points. He was rusty, did not look good. So it was an ugly finish to the season, but the totality of the year was fantastic. 4,108 passing yards, 23 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions, which is crazy for a rookie quarterback. 167 rushing yards on the ground, 3 more scores. And Stroud, who has really good, impressive speed, capable of more than that on the ground. Like, he is a capable runner. So going forward into 2024, there is a lot of optimism here. He's got Dell back healthy. He's got Nico Collins ascending to stardom. I think the running game is going to be okay. The offensive line really made strides last year. And Stroud, and I've said this all last season, he has uncanny accuracy you cannot teach. He throws to open windows before a receiver even breaks on their route. Yards after the catch, dynamos in both Dell and Collins. And a lot of that had to do with Stroud's ball placement. You can't teach that kind of accuracy. It was amazing. Throws an easy, catchable ball, quick release. And this is stuff that is off the charts with him. Next season, the best part is that he's going to be drafted in the QB 6-8 range. All right, you can have the big three: Jalen Hurts, Pat Mahomes, and Josh Allen going 1, 2, 3, and you can have Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow going 4 and 5, and then you're going to have that next group of Justin Fields, Jordan Love, and C.J. Stroud to choose from among that group. Now, I have Stroud ranked ahead of both of those guys. I think he's just that good. I have him for 28 touchdowns, 9 interceptions next year, 233 rushing yards, 4,400 passing yards, 4 more touchdowns on the ground. I forgot to add when it came to the rushing totals, but C.J. Stroud from stardom, on his way to stardom, if he's not already there, player, on an ascending team, lots of talent. Go get him this season. Guys, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think about Stroud. Post in the comments below.